Hey guys, Joe, Small Home Off-Grid Prepping. Welcome to our channel. So today we're going to be talking about electric again. We're not connecting the sub panels or generator transfer panels or even generator inlets. We're talking about something completely different here. I've been getting a lot of comments. One of them actually here on our YouTube videos. Most of them have been coming through on our website. And if you haven't been to our website, then you can check it out, www.smallhomeoffgridprepping.com. We do have some affiliates there. We're an affiliate for a company called A1 Solar, Pioneer Air Conditioning, growershouse.com, which I don't think we have Growers House set up yet. That's still under construction. So a lot of our comments have been coming in through the website, and American electric and European electric work two different ways, okay? And that's what I'm going to explain today, because when you're setting up solar and you want to buy a power inverter, and I had this happen myself. You guys know I've been looking for a power inverter, and my complication is I don't want to go to a 24-volt system. There's no reason for me to do that. Yes, they do make power inverters that will take you from 12 volts to 240 volts. There's not a lot of them out there that I'm finding. It's normally goes up 10 times as easier, okay? If you're going to take 24 and multiply it to 240, it's a lot easier than taking 12 and multiplying that to 240, okay? You're going up 10 times, not 20 times. So like I said, this is basically on power inverters. Electric over here in America, let's just say electric over in Europe, let's start with that one, runs at what's called 50 hertz, okay? 50 hertz is a measurement of frequency. That is how many times the electricity will cycle per second. So it cycles 50 times basically from point A to point B, okay, is what I'm going to say. I won't get technical with you guys. It is 50 times per second. Here in America, it is 60 times per second, okay? Also in Europe, they run on one leg at 240, which is really 230. The European Union, I believe it was somewhere around 2009. If you guys know this, you can comment down below and tell me exactly when it was, because I don't remember exactly, but they basically regulated electric in Europe. It used to range from 220 to 240 depending where you were, which a lot of times doesn't cause you any kind of problem, not even here in America, but they regulated it to run on a straight 230, okay? So most electric in Europe right now is running strictly on 230, okay? And is one leg of 230. So I'm going to explain that in a second here with you guys, because we run on two legs here in America. So when you're buying a power inverter, like I said, you can learn a lot more if you go to our website. There's manuals there. Just click on the solar tab or click on the air conditioning tab, whatever you guys are interested in. You can learn a lot more about this stuff over here. There's solar manuals there. There's wiring diagrams, things like that as well. If you guys do decide to purchase something from our website, yes, we do receive a small commission from that, okay, but a couple of things happens. One is, not only do you guys not pay any more money for that as affiliate marketers for these companies, a lot of times we have promo codes, which means our viewers that are going there to purchase, or our traffic, our visitors, will actually receive a discount, okay? The other thing is you guys actually have me, which is what's been happening. You have a closer direct contact with me when you want to do your solar project or your air conditioning project. I've been getting a lot of emails about people trying to set their stuff up, and they're asking me certain questions, okay? And the biggest one, again, has been coming on power inverters. So let me explain a couple things to you guys here on our American Electric. Okay, so we're back at the panel again. We spent a lot of time at this panel, so I'm going to kind of show you guys here. Let me see, we have the meter came on. We have some sun blocking us out right now. Let's see if we can get a good view here. Okay, so in America, let's just turn this on so we can use this right over here, okay? So now in America, in order to get 240, okay, we have to have two legs. And the two legs, as you see up here, what's coming into the panel, this being L1 and this being L2. These are both legs of 120, and you see here, alright, these wires are not cooperating too much. Alright, so I'm going to connect this to the neutral right over here, and I'm going to check this leg right over here coming in, and as you guys see down here, we are reading 122.6, okay? Oh, that's not really blurring out, I'm not sure. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. So it's reading 122.6. However, when I take my wires here and I connect them here, okay, at the main breaker, L1 and L2 coming in, now as you guys see here, right, now, trying to get the glare out. Not such a glare, it's hard to see. But, okay, so it's reading 245.5. Again, I'm not sure if you guys can see. Oh, there you go. It's reading 245.5. So to get 240, I actually have to check both legs over here in order to get 240. Whereas, again, if I'm only reading one leg and I'm checking it to the neutral, okay, that is where we get 120 coming in, okay? And 122.7. So in Europe, there's a big difference, okay? Right now, where this is 122.7, in Europe, they use one leg, okay? So this in Europe would be reading 230 right now. They don't have two legs coming in. They actually have one leg coming in. So ours works a little bit different. Again, they also run on 50 hertz where we run on 60 hertz. They are not compatible, okay? There is a lot of difference. So when you're looking for a power inverter, it's very important. Like I was saying, I actually fell into this myself because I've been looking for a 12 volt 240 power inverter. And I came across one. Well, you guys know I found one. It was on back order, and now I can't get it anymore. It's not on back order. It might have been discontinued, but it's still not available. But I also found one from a Australian company, and at the time I didn't realize they were Australian. And I'm like, great, this is perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And as I'm reading through the specifications, I see that it runs on 50 hertz, not 60. Again, in America, our appliances here, our devices will run on 60 hertz. They don't run on 50. In Europe, they run on 50. Now, what that means, if you were to take an appliance over from Europe and bring it here, you, of course, would have to have an adapter to hook it up. But if you were to hook it up, it's probably going to work fine, okay? Most things that run on 50 hertz will work perfectly fine on 60 hertz, but not the opposite, okay? If you try to run something on 60 hertz and you're using 50 hertz electric, then a lot of things, I won't get into detail about it. Motors won't even spin as fast. You know, there's a lot of things that will go wrong with that, and it could overheat and become a potential hazard as well. So when you're buying an inverter, you have to make sure that you are buying the correct inverter for here in America. So like I said, that's the big thing that's been coming up here. So they do make, if you buy a 240, okay, and it is 60 hertz, they do make voltage controllers that will regulate you down to 120, okay, but that's really pointless. Here in America, you can just buy the right inverter and you don't have to go through all that. And then in Europe, they can use the right inverter and they don't have to go through all that. So, but like I said, when you're buying an inverter, you do have to make sure that you are buying one that is 60 hertz, not 50 hertz. And even if you look on the side of your generator, and let me show you here real quick. Okay, so this is the back of a power inverter, and you can see right up over on the right, next to 750 watts, it says 60 hertz, okay? Again, that is how many times the electric will cycle from point A to point B in 1 second. So it cycles 60 times per second. This was invented by a gentleman named Heinrich Hertz in the late 1800s, I believe around 1860. Again, if you guys know the exact details, this is years ago I learned this, so it's all off the top of my head now. But if you remember exact dates, and I believe, again, his name is Heinrich Rudolf Hertz, who invented this. But comment down below and you guys can kind of refresh my memory a little bit here. I think it was around 1867. So he's the one that actually came up with this, was a German physicist. And like I said, in Europe they do run on 50. Here in America we run on 60. Now let's take a quick walk over to my generator and I'm going to show you the same thing. Alright, so it's a little dark in here, so I'm going to kind of zoom in on this over here. Alright, so yeah, you see it right over here on the left, just above the RPMs of the generator. You see it says 60 hertz, okay? So that's one of the things, like I said, that's really important, that you have to make sure that you're getting right when you buy a power inverter. Like I said, almost made the same mistake myself if I wasn't researching a little bit more, but again, it was an Australian company, and come to find out they don't even ship here to America, so I wouldn't have bought the wrong one. But again, like I said, I've had a lot of questions on this, and because, you know, for some reason the inverters I find over in Europe seem to be a little bit better as far as what I'm looking for, and some of the other people as well. Seem to be a little bit better than some of the ones we find here in America. I don't know, that's just my experience, what I've come across. Like I said, my problem is I don't want to change my system from 12 volts to 24 volts. I'd have to buy twice the amount of batteries. And I don't want to do that. There's no reason for me to do that. The only thing that would run on 240 on the solar that I would run would be my air conditioner. And if you guys have seen the other air conditioning videos, you know my air conditioner is a super high efficiency. It literally takes the energy of about less than 400 watt light bulbs. Okay, so that's all I would need 240 for. So I've been having a little trouble finding that. In the event of emergency, if grid were to go down or something like that, I am completely set up with my solar. I do have a smaller power inverter that is not a split phase, will not put out 240, but again, it would run my fridge, it would run my lights, it would run my TV, it would run everything I need to. So again, keeping in mind, like I said, electric in Europe does work different than electric over here. They are running on 240, and I'll tell you what, for years I did the same thing. I figured their 240s are 240. It comes in on 2 legs, split to 120 each, and it doesn't. Okay, they run on 1 leg that would be 230 as regulated now by the European Union. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this video today, guys. Like I said, I wanted to address questions. I've been getting them on my website, actually even on our Facebook. If you're you know, not following us on Facebook or friends with us on Facebook, then just go to Facebook, put in Small Home Off-Grid Prepping, send us a friend request. We have a lot of followers there. We have a good time with stuff, so you know, we'll accept it. But we'll accept your friend request. But like I said, we've been getting a lot of messages between there, between our website, And also, like I said, we had one from Lisa here on our YouTube channel, which is kind of similar to what we've been talking about. So guys, like I said, I'm not going to get a lot into this. If you have any questions, comment down below, because I really just wanted to address when you're purchasing solar. And again, you can go to our website, you can look at different solar products we have there. Same thing, the air conditioner. Summer is going to be coming up, and these new inverter air conditioners are completely incredible as to how efficient they are. And started off, they were called mini splits years ago because they were really just small units that were made for garages or patios in most cases. But now they make quite big units. I know on our website, I believe I've seen them going up to 3 and 4 tons, which most, if you were to find out what your air conditioner size is, if you don't know how to read it, a lot of houses that are average 1,500 square foot house, 16, 17, will have a 3 to 4 ton unit in it. The difference is, like I said, by changing up, changing up these units, the conventional to an inverter unit, your electric consumption would drop so much. So if you're ready to replace your air conditioner, take a look at our website or talk to your AC contractor about these inverter units, because they're just completely incredible. They also make zone units where you can control the temperatures in different rooms, which, like me and my wife have all the time. I like it colder, she likes it hotter. So if she wants to go lie down and I want it to be cold in the house, well, I can adjust the temperature in my living room to be, cold while I'm watching TV, and she can turn it down in the bedroom. So they're really neat. Like I said, you can go to our website and check this out. But as far as the power inverters go, which actually is another thing, these units, even going into 4 ton, are so efficient and have such a low startup that you can run them on minimal power inverters. So when you guys are purchasing your power inverter, make sure that you're buying the correct one. It has to be 60 hertz. And if you want it connected to your house, then it's got to be a single phase 120 240, as you see over here. So again, guys, have any questions? I'm not really getting into detail a lot about this here, but again, it's been something that's been coming up, because again, people have been finding these power inverters on websites that are coming from Europe, and I think most of them actually may or may not even ship them here. I know the one I was looking at when I got far enough into it eventually doesn't ship to America, so because they just won't work in America. Again, you can take 50 hertz and run that on 60, but you can't do the opposite. It will overheat motors. It just causes a lot of different problems. Sometimes if you have fans in the appliance, for whatever reason, the fan might not kick in and things would overheat. So again, you have to make sure when you're buying an inverter it's the correct one. So any questions, guys, comment down below. Super Bowl's coming up here. We've got a really great weekend coming up. Today's Friday, Super Bowl's on Sunday. If you guys haven't seen it, this isn't our only YouTube channel. I'll include a link down below, because we've been getting a lot, especially around Super Bowl, a lot of action on our other channel. But we have a cooking channel, and we have 2 great chicken wing recipes that are out there. People have just been going crazy on our one chicken wing recipe. In less than a week, had over 9,500 views for the buffalo wings, and we have a lot of comments, people asking us questions on the preparation of all that. We're just releasing today one on a really good artichoke spinach dip full of mozzarella cheese and Parmesan cheese and all kinds of great stuff that people are preparing for the Super Bowl. So if you haven't checked out our other channel, V's Cooking with Love, then just either type it in here on YouTube. Again, it's called V's Cooking with Love, or we have a link down below. So any other questions, guys, like I said, hit me up with these questions here. I'm not covering a lot on this today, so you guys may end up with some questions. But again, I wanted to address what is the difference between electric over in Europe and electric here in America. So have a great day, guys. We'll see you on the next one.